Hello and welcome to today's session, wherein we'll be solving some examples based on the reactions which we have seen so far. The first reaction is with camphor, the tosylhydrazone, and treated with sodium methoxide, you get this 3-membered ring. Second is this bifunctional compound where ketone and aldehyde is there, treated with hydroxyl ion, and you get this redox reaction. Third one is the rearrangement, which is catalyzed or carried out with HNO2. So, we will see the reaction mechanism pertaining to all these three, and of course, we will be doing some more examples also. Now, let us look at the first example, wherein we are dealing with the tosylhydrazone. If you recollect, this is name reaction and the name is Shapiro reaction. The proton which is here, now if this goes off, this comes here, and this is the leaving group. Tosylate is a leaving group, so if it goes off, you will be getting, say, this one. The other entities would be as it is. This will be N double bond NH, right? Then this is the acidic proton. If it goes off, you get carbanion here, which eventually take up the proton from the reaction medium where methanol is there, because once it abstracts the proton, this becomes methanol, and that is how you get this compound, that is the resultant of Shapiro reaction. Now, coming to the second example, wherein the redox reaction is taking place. You are having two functionalities. I will just put the example first, then we will talk about the relative reactivities of the functional groups. Now, this carbonyl group is not having alpha hydrogen atom, so there is no question of aldol condensation. Now, if I treat this bifunctional compound with hydroxyl group, the relative reactivity of aldehyde is more than ketone, and therefore we will be getting a carboxylate ion. Now, this is carbonyl, the CHO minus OH, and then when this comes back, this hydrogen is transferred as hydride, and this becomes your disproportionation product. So, this becomes O minus, eventually it will take up the proton, and we will be getting the alcohol here. So, ketone becomes alcohol, that is reduction, aldehyde becomes acid, that is oxidation. This is your famous Cannizzaro reaction, to be precise intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction, wherein you will be getting the reduction of one functional group, oxidation of another one. Okay. Now, the third compound, what we wrote, I will be putting that compound properly, so that this is methyl, CH, ethyl, and NH2. Now, this NH2 becomes diazonium ion upon treatment with HNO2. We have already seen that. When this goes off, naturally among these two, this has got greater migrating aptitude. So the nitrogen goes up, this ring migrates. Now what we'll have, we'll be having CH ethyl, the phenyl ring will be there, and now this will turn positive. When this proton is lost to conjugate base, we will be getting the product which is given in the form of product as a resultant of this reaction. So phenyl ring obviously has greater migrating aptitude than methyl, so therefore this ring migrates, and in the last, since the product is given, we have to see that how double bond is formed, that is through the elimination of H plus ion. Okay, right. Next example is the example based on pinnacle-pinnacolin rearrangement. Now let me put these 5-membered ring and OH on one side, you can put on the other side also. The first immediate reaction is to protonate this, because you are having H plus ion. So to begin with, I will just put the example over here so that I can show the reagent also. H plus, so protonation, loss of this, then restoring this, shifting of this. So this ring becomes 6-membered ring, wherein you will be having a 5-membered ring and carbonyl will be at this second carbon. Okay. Then the next reagent is LH and third is H plus ion once again. So with LH, we know that LH is a reducing agent and this will become OH. Ultimately this becomes OH2 plus. When this goes off, this group migrates, you will be having 6 fused bicyclic system. So 1 2, so 1 2 position I am putting the groups. This relative position is 1 2, so no matter how you draw, and this will become positive. So loss of proton to conjugate base will give you the, now since product is not given, we can write all these things because these are logical things. Protonation of either of these two because it is symmetrical molecule. Loss of this ring expansion, normally the functional group which is opposite to leaving group migrates, you get this expansion of this ring with ketone as a part of it, and then the 5-membered ring as a spiro ring. Then LH will reduce, H plus will protonate, once again this will go and conjugate base will ensure the loss of proton. That is how we will get the this double bond, the tetra substituted double bond compound, the bicyclic compound, as a result of this pinnacle and LH reduction and all that thing. The next example is, this is treated with HCl, I think, yeah. Product is also mentioned, Cl, the product is given, so you have to suggest the mechanism for this. The first foremost thing is the HCl will provide H plus source, then this will become positive. When this migrates, this becomes positive. So I am just clubbing the steps so that we can do more examples. This will turn positive, this becomes double bond, this becomes CH3, right? And since Cl minus is there in C2, this will interact and obviously you will get the given compound. So this is Merwin-Wagner rearrangement, which is initiated with HCl, and this 3-membered ring being a strained ring system will open up, and the next charge is on this carbon, and wherein the Cl attacks and you get your desired product. This is based on Merwin-Wagner rearrangement. Now one more question, example. Now this example is so often asked in exam. Cn minus and ethanol, and the product I will put Cn and CH3. It can be written in either way also, no problem, because if I write CH3 here or here, it doesn't make any difference because their relative positions remain same. So first of all, the attack of Cn minus here, Cl being leaving group, it departs, and now the intermediate I am going to put, this is there, this becomes Cn, this becomes exocyclic CH2, and now whatever Cl minus is there, that will help in the aromatization of this ring. The proton B is being transferred, or this CH2 minus will eventually take up proton from the ethanol, and that is how you get this compound. So whether the Cn is here or here, methyl is here or here, the relative positions are same. So this is how the product is formed. This is a small rearrangement which is happening over there. One more example wherein we are having iodine as a reagent and sodium bicarbonate. Product is given. I will just put the product also, iodide, and then you got the lactone over here. Okay, this is the product. It can be written in the other way around also. So first of all, whatever halogenation is there, it goes through cyclic halonium ion, in this case iodinium ion, and now the role of bicarbonate is to abstract the acidic proton, the COOH proton, and now if I open this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this becomes your 5-membered ring. I will just put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That is how 6,5 fused bicyclic lactone is formed. Iodolactone, to be precise, is formed in this reaction. Next example, OH, GM dimethyl and H2SO4. The product is, I will just put it as it appears. This is once again Merwin-Wagner rearrangement. H2SO4, if you mention, if you want to show this structure, then this is how the proton is abstracted. So H2SO4 is nothing but the source of proton. OH becomes good leaving group, that is OH2, plus this goes off, one of the methyl migrates here. So you will be having, this will turn positive, and then a conjugate base, that is HSO4 minus ion, will abstract the proton, and that is how you get the product which is given over there. So this is the overall transformation of the reactant to product. Now one interesting example which is also very common in exam. Okay, we'll just quickly solve 4-5 examples, and maybe next lecture we'll start with the another topic, that is rearrangement at electron deficient nitrogen. So this is there, the labeled one HOCl, and the product is mentioned over here. Product says that this is iodo, not iodo, chloro, this is also chloro, and this is OH. So let me be precise, alpha over there, and this is the labeled chlorine now. So initially what happened, now let me put the chairboard conformation for this so that it becomes easy. This is beta, that remains beta in the final compound. Let me show it like this. This is the double bond, this is the Cl which is labeled. Initially what happens is this becomes Cl plus, because HOCl, the polarization is plus delta here, minus delta here. So obviously your double bond will attack at Cl, it will go through chloronium ion. Then this chlorine will have 3 lone pairs, and it get transformed into another chloronium ion wherein your label chlorine is involved. I will put label and positive charge on this. This is Cl, okay, which is obviously alpha equatorial. Then your OH minus comes into picture. So this becomes OH below the plane, Cl the labeled one which is here, and Cl the same compound. Cl, Cl, OH, the relative position, Cl, Cl, OH, they are same. This is beta equatorial, these two are alpha equatorial. So that is the small rearrangement which is happening through chloronium ion formation. OH, another ring OH, H plus. Now this is your classical pinnacle-pinnacolon rearrangement. I can show the protonation of either of them, this or this, same. This goes off, this comes here. So this becomes 4-membered ring, right? 4-membered. This becomes ketone, and now you will be having, let's say, carbonyl here. This is one of the product wherein one ring expansion is there, and this becomes carbonyl group will be at second position. This is one of the product. Okay. Another example wherein we will be having, say, tertiary butyl group H plus, and the product is mentioned over here. Product is, this is the product. Okay. So once again Mervin-Wagner rearrangement, the lone pair attacks here. This becomes OH2 plus. One of the methyl shifts here, this goes off. This becomes plus, and finally the loss of proton will give you this. Now loss of proton is to the conjugate base. That is how the final compound is formed. There are two more examples. Let us finish them quickly so that OH, this is Br, silver plus, and product is not given. So let us think about the product. So first of all, silver will complex with Br, so this becomes AgBr. This goes off as AgBr, this goes off, this comes here. This is pinnacle type reaction. The methyl migration is there. Now the catalyst is different, so you cannot have silver and hydroxyl bond. Silver Br bond will be better, and loss of AgBr is always preferred in this transformation. One more reaction. We have done this kind of example, but let us put it as it is there in the set. HNO2, question mark is there, product is not given, so let me put OH and this form. First of all, the loss of proton, loss of nitrogen, then this comes here, this group migrates, the group which is anti, and what is the product? It is the 6-membered ring with carbonyl group, so that is the overall transformation of the group. Now if time permit, I will give some, or I will put one set on the group so that you can solve those examples yourself. Last time I have given some 5 examples. Today also I will see that I will put some examples on the group so that you can practice. Next time we will start with the molecular rearrangement at electron deficient nitrogen, and we will continue in the next lecture. Thank you for today's lecture.